School bullies pick the wrong black girl to mess with. Every day, she is mocked, humiliated, and told she doesn't belong. But what they don't know is that she's trained to fight back. When they corner her at the bus stop, ready to make her feel small again, she does something no one saw coming. Stay tuned. Olivia Lawson stood alone at the bus stop, her back straight, fingers curled tight around the straps of her backpack. She knew what was coming. It came every day. A group of white boys, Brady, Kyle, and Trevor, swaggered toward her, their laughs sharp as knives. They were the school's golden boys, football players with cocky smirks and expensive sneakers. To them, Olivia was nothing but an easy target. "Yo, mop girl," Brady sneered, his voice carrying over the parking lot. "You finished scrubbing the floors today. Were you saving that for later?" Trevor chuckled, elbowing Kyle. "Nah man, she probably ran out of soap. Poor janitor's daughter." Kyle grinned. "Maybe we should let her clean our shoes. That's all she's good for, right?" Laughter erupted from the group. Olivia kept her face blank, her heart hammering. They assumed, no, they decided, that she was the janitor's daughter because she was black. Because she didn't wear designer brands. Because she walked home sometimes instead of riding in a shiny new car like them. She had ignored them for months. But today was different. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Brady stepped closer, close enough for Olivia to smell the cheap cologne he had drowned himself in. "What's wrong, huh? Too good to answer us now." His voice dripped with mockery. Trevor scoffed. "Maybe she thinks she belongs here now. But news flash, sweetheart, you don't." Kyle snickered. "Yeah, how about you go back to where you came from?" Olivia's fingers flexed. For months, she had let their words roll off her back. For months, she had walked away. But today wasn't a day for walking away. Because what they didn't know, what they never would have expected, was that Olivia had spent the last 3 years training in Krav Maga. Her uncle, a military vet, had taught her how to defend herself, how to fight back when the world tried to push her down. And today was the day they learned the hard way. Brady reached out, trying to flick her braids like he had done before. But this time, Olivia moved fast. Her hand shot up, grabbing his wrist in a vice grip. Brady's eyes widened. "What the?" Before he could finish, Olivia yanked his arm down, twisted it, and shoved him off balance. He staggered back, nearly tripping over his own feet. Kyle blinked, confused. Whoa! Olivia didn't wait. She pivoted, slamming an open palm into Trevor's chest with enough force to send him stumbling backward. Wind knocked from his lungs. The bus stop fell dead silent. Brady recovered fast, face burning with humiliation. "You little..." He lunged. Wrong move. Olivia ducked under his swing, grabbed his wrist again, and flipped him clean over her shoulder. His body slammed onto the pavement, the impact shaking through the concrete. Kyle's jaw dropped. Trevor scrambled back like he had seen a ghost. Brady groaned, staring up at the sky, too stunned to speak. Olivia took a step forward, her voice calm but firm. "Don't ever touch me again." Trevor swallowed hard. Kyle held up his hands like she was a wild animal about to pounce. The bus rolled up, its brakes hissing. Students piled in, some whispering, some gawking. Olivia turned without another word, climbing onto the bus, her heart still hammering. She could feel the eyes on her. But for the first time in a long time, she didn't feel small. She felt powerful. And as she slid into a seat, she thought to herself, today they learned. Today karma hit back. The next morning, the halls of Willow Creek High buzzed like a beehive. It had been less than 24 hours since Olivia Lawson flipped Brady Peterson like a rag doll at the bus stop, and the story had already spread like wildfire. "Did you hear? Olivia wrecked Brady and his boys yesterday." "No way. You mean that Olivia?" "Dude, she threw him on the ground like it was nothing. Brady's probably still tasting pavement." Brady wasn't just any student. He was the school's star quarterback, the golden boy. But today, he wasn't swaggering down the hall with his usual cocky smirk. His bruised ego matched the dark splotch on his elbow from where he hit the pavement. He was humiliated. And the worst part, he had no one to blame but himself. Trevor and Kyle kept their heads down, sticking close to Brady like nervous shadows. They had been part of the attack, but it was Brady who took the worst hit, literally. Meanwhile, Olivia walked through the halls like nothing had happened, her chin up, her expression calm. But she wasn't stupid. She knew these guys weren't the type to let things go. Sure enough, by lunchtime, they made their move. Olivia had just stepped into the cafeteria when she felt the shift in the air. It was the kind of quiet that only came when something bad was about to happen. Brady, Trevor, and Kyle stood in the middle of the cafeteria, waiting for her. A crowd was already forming. Students pulled out their phones. The lunchroom staff shot nervous glances, sensing trouble. Brady cracked his knuckles, his voice carrying across the room. "You think you're tough, huh?" Olivia didn't flinch. She met his glare, unfazed. "I don't think anything. I just don't let bullies walk all over me." The crowd murmured. Trevor scoffed. "You got lucky yesterday." Kyle smirked. "Yeah, but let's see what happens when it's 3 against 1. Olivia sighed. She wasn't scared, she was annoyed. "You really want to do this?" Brady's nostrils flared. "Oh, we're doing this." Before Brady could take a step, Olivia dropped her tray and moved first. She wasn't going to wait for them to attack. In a blur, she closed the distance, spun, and kicked Brady straight in the chest. The force sent him flying backward into a lunch table. Trays clattered, food went flying, and students gasped. Trevor rushed in next, swinging wildly. Olivia ducked, grabbed his wrist, twisted, flipped him over her hip. Bam! He hit the floor hard, groaning in pain. Kyle was already retreating, hands up. "Yo, I'm good. I'm good." The cafeteria erupted. Cheers. Laughter. Screams. Someone was yelling, "World Star," as they recorded. If you're enjoying this story and want to hear more, hit that subscribe button now. Don't miss out. Brady groaned, struggling to his feet. His face burned red with rage and humiliation. But before he could charge again, enough! A deep voice boomed across the cafeteria. The room went dead silent. The principal, Mr. Holloway, stood at the entrance, his face carved from stone. Behind him, the school officer. Brady's anger drained in an instant. Trevor went stiff. Kyle looked ready to disappear into thin air. Mr. Holloway's gaze swept over the chaos. He took one look at Olivia, then at the 3 boys sprawled out like trash. "My office." Now, the next day, the school was buzzing again, but this time, it was different. Brady, Trevor, and Kyle, suspended for 2 weeks. Their punishment? Sensitivity training, community service, and a public apology to Olivia. Meanwhile, Olivia? She was legendary. People she had never spoken to before were suddenly nodding at her in the hallways. Some whispered her name with respect. Others just stared, still in shock. But Olivia didn't care about any of that. She hadn't stood up for herself to be a hero. She did it because it was right. Because no one, had the right to make her feel small. As she walked past the bus stop that afternoon, she spotted Brady sitting on the curb, head down, lost in thought. For the first time, he looked small. Olivia didn't stop. She didn't say a word. She just kept walking, head high, heart steady. Because she wasn't afraid anymore. She never had to be again. What did you think of Olivia's story? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you love this story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more thrilling stories every week.